Hello everyone, and welcome to my new Let Us Play series. I am S.A.N, and as you can see, the winner of my little poll for what my next Let's Play series could be was Solasta, Crown of the Magister. Now, if you voted for Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, which was the runner-up, do not worry, I'm planning on doing that one as well. I'm taking that into account. These two games are the ones who got votes, so I'm starting with Solasta, but once I finished it, I'll move on to Aria of Sorrow, because I like that game too. So, Solasta, for those of you who are not aware, is a Dungeons & Dragons style RPG by Tactical Adventures. It came out when the much more well-known Dungeons & Dragons CRPG, Baldur's Gate 3, was still in early access. So this came out before it did. And in my opinion, even though I know this is going to be a controversial one, I prefer it to Baldur's Gate 3 because I think it does a better job of adapting 5th edition rules to a video game format. And this is a very fun game, and it does a lot of things like pacing and encounters better than Baldur's Gate 3 does. I mean, no shock here, no spoilers, but Baldur's Gate 3 starts you off in Avernus on a Nautiloid ship being attacked by red dragons and demons. So, that's a bit absurd. So we're going to be starting a new adventure. I skipped character creation. I did that off camera because it can take a while. And so I'm just going to over to, I'm going to use my personal characters. Who is a wizard, druid, a cleric, and a dwarven fighter. We'll get to know each of these characters as we go through the game. So, let's see, what else can I say? Well, not much. This is basically the party I want to go for. You can play it however you want, which is the nice thing. I don't want to linger too much in this screen. I'm going to be going through this as much as I can. I haven't played this game all the way through, but I know the early game really well. So, there's lots of branching narratives, and each character's background has a specific side quest associated with it, which I think is interesting. Because basically it's kind of, think of it like companion quests in the Baldur's Gate games. So as we go through the game, those will become unlocked and there'll be a lot of interesting to see. You'll see what I mean. I specifically picked 4 backgrounds that specified that they did have those background quests in them, because not all of them do. Some of them were added post-game, and those ones did not get those quests. So let's just start. Yeah, that's fine. One thing I really like in this game is how it handles the tutorial, which we'll be getting to in a second.
Before the cataclysm, there were no gods on Solasta.
That sounded nice.
No humans either.
This is a very Witcher kind of start. Kind of a conjunction of spheres moment, and humans come.
The work of an evil god. No one knows for sure. The cataclysm destroyed the old High Elf Empire. Caer Lem, they called it. And twisted the land beyond recognition. Now, only the brave and the foolish go there.
That is us. That orc's having a bad day.
Whatever it is, it can't be good.
Now, the character who's narrating that, I think we're going to meet over the course of the game. I'll point him out to you when we see him. I'm not going to be reading all the text. Most of it's voiced, so I'll let it linger for a little bit so everyone can read it. And that should be long enough.
This beer tastes like donkey piss. Not that I'm complaining.
How would anyone know what that...
Is this the place for the Legacy Council job? Hope I'm not too late. Ran into a bit of trouble on the way here. Sit, relax. Perhaps you'd enjoy a pint of this obnoxious ale.
You're not too late, friend. We're all here for the same reason. Grab a chair.
Now, one thing I know a lot of people are going to complain about
Barkeeper, 4 of your finest flagons of donkey piss, please.
is the
Looks like you've been waiting here a while.
aesthetics of the game. Like the character models and stuff like that is not as polished. This game didn't have the budget Baldur's Gate 3 did.
Bandits leapt from the bushes with crossbows. They dragged me off to some decrepit prison and tossed me in a filthy cell that smelled of rat piss. Don't know what was holding the place up.
Alright. And this is the tutorial, and this is why I think this game is great. Baldur's Gate 3 starts you off. I'm going to keep comparing this game to Baldur's Gate 3. You are going to need to get used to that. In hell, basically. Instead, each of our characters now, 4 of them, the game does by default use 4 characters. If you're looking to play this solo, I do not even know if that's an option. You might be able to kill them off. But so I'm not going to read the tutorial section. I know how to play the game. So, but as I'm explaining, each character basically has a short mini adventure, almost like a session 0 for those who know what that is in Dungeons and Dragons and role-playing games, where they basically did something on their own. And now they're telling that to the player. So this is my first character here, Zaya, who is a cleric of the Sun domain. You can see that down here. We all start at level 1. That's pretty standard. Alright, so let's go interact, search this. Torch, yep. Lighting is a big deal in this game. And you'll see that as we go along. Yeah, I saw the object glowing there. Alright, let's interact with this. So there's each of them is going to do a section of the tutorial. Zaya's here is basically just basic exploration and controls, which means it's going to be kind of underwhelming compared to what some of the other characters will be doing in a moment. Yeah. Good news is I can bring up Zaya's character sheet here. You can see she's got some decent stats. Except her dexterity. I gave her a scale mail, which she doesn't have currently because she was captured. So her dexterity is kind of her weak point. But she's kind of going to be like a backup fighter almost. Clerics can serve that purpose if you build them correctly. And right. Things like this you're going to want to look out for because you can push them to form bridges and make new paths. Right. There's a treasure chest over there. I really like this game. I'm going to say that a lot, and I'm going to basically make as many arguments for this game over Baldur's Gate 3 as I can. There's nothing... No, actually, no, I'm not going to say that. There are things wrong with Baldur's Gate 3. There are. I know it's meant to be a phenomenal game, but there are issues with it. Healing potion. It's worth noting that anything you pick up in this tutorial, you get to keep for the main game, so it's worth exploring. But I've played through this a few times, so I know the tutorial like the back of my own hand. Those are the 3 bandits that captured her, and they're dead now. Alright. Let's go recover Zaya's gear, which is in this chest. Yeah. Yeah, no, we understand. There's going to be a fair bit of this, unfortunately, in the tutorial. Take the money, and I don't really need the arrows. There we go. Alright, that's Zaya's section of the story.
Nice move.
Looks like Julius will be next.
Glad you know worse for wear.
Makes sense because he is the fighter.
This council needs to get organised. They have no right to keep us waiting like this. Have another ale. It's not like you have anywhere better to be.
One thing that I want to point out, this game does use the alignment system, but the way it does it is clever. Basically, you're given a bunch of key points.
Was a
when you're doing character creation
My foe's head on.
that sum up your character's personality and alignment,
Well told.
and it produces some interesting results for these characters. So we're going to move on to Julius now. This is the combat section, which makes sense that they're giving it to my fighter. Alright, so we're just fighting some starving wolves here. Alright, so now... I just had to move something there out of the way for my recording. Alright, so we're going to see basic combat. So here's all the basic standard actions. Assume that's second wind there? Yeah, he's... Alright. Lagged a little bit there, but that should be fine. Alright, yeah. Yeah, I already figured how to attack. See, that's kind of the thing, but... Alright. Yeah, he's an armor class of 19, by the way. This is dodging is all the sort of standard. And this is one thing I want to draw attention to. The ready action is a core part of the actual game of Dungeons & Dragons, especially 5th edition. Not in Baldur's Gate 3 at all. Alright, so... we want to make our way over here now. There's a nice river going by down there. Alright, yeah. So what we want to do here is we actually do want to disengage, because as you can see, we can collapse this bridge on this wolf, this grayback wolf here. Alright, disengage, proceed. The UI for this game, in my experience, is a bit more friendly than some other games. Again, including Baldur's Gate 3. I'm going to keep... I like that the wolf falls before the bridge collapses. Alright, so that's the basic combat tutorial.
What a bunch of nambies. You're lucky you weren't attacked by Sorax.
Sorax are important. They'll come up later.
It's always good to be lucky. The Badlands are thick with them. Shit-shitting bastards.
Go easy on him. He's just a harmless old drunk.
He's going to be actually a rather important character. I think he might be the one who was narrating the
All those spines
intro, but I don't know for certain.
You've never seen anything like it.
No, but we will.
Lizard folk, not troglodyte, not dragonborn. I'm telling you.
No one believes in Sorax anymore. Except the Church of S.A.N, of course. There's a Sorac under every bed if you believe them. Easy now. Don't mock people for their faith.
Read them books. Sorax are masters of deception, infiltration. Anyone here could be a Sorac. You never know.
Oh, come on.
You'll see.
We are going to see.
So, anyway. Sorax might be legend, but orcs are quite real, and not just in the Badlands. I stumbled across a secret settlement right here in the Principality.
Bullshit.
I travelled here from the east and left the main highway, hoping to save time by traversing the hills. The views were magnificent, but I should have kept my eye on the path, because it gave way beneath my feet, plunging me into a Stygian darkness.
Yeah, the voice lines and the subtitles do not always match up.
That's going to leave a mark.
Alright. Yeah. So now we have Nanashi, who is named after one of my earlier wizard characters. Yeah. So lightning is a big thing in this one. So, as I'm playing a wizard, a light cantrip.
Blessed are the librarians.
As you can see, he's damaged because he fell down here. Alright, so another spell I should probably cast at this moment is Mage Armor. Alright. Alright, so I need to light these torches, but I do have a spell for that. Sparkle is one of the, not all the Dungeons & Dragons spells translated well into this, and this is kind of like prestidigitation. This is its purpose, as you'll see here. There, we lit the torches. Now we have to look at this totem pole here. Alright, Arcana check. No, history check, sorry. I guess that history check wasn't high enough to tell me that. Alright. We should probably enter caution mode here for stealth. This isn't technically the stealth tutorial, but this does have a bit more of exploration aspects to this. Alright, rotating the camera is a key aspect of every CRPG. Yeah, I could heal at the moment, but I'm not planning on getting into any combat here. We already had the combat tutorial. Take the healing potion and the food, because we need to keep track of food in this game.
There they are.
These are the aforementioned orcs. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Alright, so... Yeah, cautious mode is like stealth and sneaking. Right, I'm gonna cancel this cantrip. I'm gonna make my way over to this little winch and pulley system here that they pointed out. Opens his gate. Also, those orcs must be distracted with something because they did not hear that. One thing I also like is this game uses like proper Dungeons and Dragons timing for things, including, as you can see, the ritual icon here for ritual casting some of the spells I know. They don't consume spell slots, but this game uses an actual in-time clock. Again, unlike Baldur's Gate 3, which just uses a bunch of very odd timing rules. Especially for spell durations. Some of them just last until you finish a short rest, which makes certain spells a lot stronger than they should be, and other spells, due to timing constraints, a lot weaker than they're going to be. The sleep spell in this game is much better than the one in Baldur's Gate 3, which is unfortunate for that game because it could come in really handy there. Also, they don't roll the dice. You roll dice in this one. And for almost everything. This is campfire down here is where we perform long rests. I'm just moving my recording thing out of the way. I think it's fine up there. New game, I'm going to have to figure out where to put everything on my setup here. Alright, so yeah, let's start a long rest. Recover some hit points. Replenish our spell slots and wait for those orcs to leave. Alright, so this is where you can prepare spells. Again, so these are spells I have prepared. Alright. So I want to keep all those. Identifying compound languages are fine. Also, again, the number of spells in this game are a bit more diverse than, again, in Baldur's Gate 3 because it's aimed a bit more at combat, I think, in some ways. Here are my stats. I actually have decent strength this time, which is unusual. Alright, I'm going to go with those 4. Close that. Alright. The orcs have left at this point, so let's sneak out of here and be careful.
Not sure I would have slept so close to a horde of orcs.
Orcs have a very distinctive stink. We should bill the council for all this wasted time. We've all told a tale of our troubles here. All but one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have good reason for that. It's none of your bloody business.
Come on now. Don't be a killjoy. We all sang for our supper. Now it's your turn.
Fine. You want to know the truth? I stopped on the way here to visit an old friend of mine and discovered he was up to his eyeballs in debt with a loan shark. Oh, that's not good. Indeed, he put up a family heirloom as collateral and wanted me to reacquire it because, you see, I can be quite stealthy when necessary.
Yeah, so this is the stealth section. Cautious. Alright. Also, one other thing you have to keep in mind, this game keeps track of verbal, semantic, and material components. Unlike, I'm going to keep saying, unlike Baldur's Gate 3. This is going to be not much of an issue for any of my previous characters, but for the druid, it's quite a problem, as you're going to find out, especially with that shield. Alright, what can she cast at the moment? As you can see, these spells, so you're missing spell components. You need a hand free to perform the spell. Yeah. I'll be getting all my characters outfitted after the tutorial's done, but I'm going to drop this shield for the time being. Alright. No light here, we're sneaking in. Yeah. I already know how to do that. Alright. Sometimes you'll see these tracks. It's a good idea to follow them, especially. Alright. Yeah. Most of this stuff you'll intuit. You'll figure out.
Liam, always thoughtful.
These tools, which we are going to need. Just in general and in this particular mission. There's a guard up there. We want to try and avoid that. Here's the line of sight, and apparently it's detected. Alright, just restart. I hope I don't have to do the entire tutorial again. I've ever been caught there. No. Okay, good. Alright. Unfortunately, I have to... Alright, maybe if we stay close to the wall, this will be fine. Yes, okay, yeah. Alright, down we go. Alright, let's go to this door. I find it funny they're having the druid sneak in. I guess the game assumably tracks which one of your characters is the stealthiest. And, well, she has very high dexterity. That's probably what it came down to. I don't think I actually made her proficient with stealth. Maybe she was. She's a wood elf, so maybe that just... I don't think they get natural stealth. They get perception. But I think stealth may have been on the list. Or maybe she was just the stealthiest. I didn't roll a rogue because I find rogues boring. The only reason I roll a fighter is because they're kind of necessary at times. Not guaranteed, but there are sections in which having someone to stand on the front lines does come in handy. 2 natural 20s. Those aren't scripted either. Those this is a completely random thing. Those are random rolls. Alright. This game has a crafting system. And an alchemy system lets you make potions and scrolls. We'll get to that. So, collecting herbs and other components are useful. Alright. Alright, a trap. Let's try disarming it. Failed. Alright, you only get 1 chance to disarm traps. So, unfortunately... Ow. Yep. She's gonna take damage. She was able to pick the lock, at least. Alright, this is... Alright, that time worked. Well, so there's the gem that Liam wants. Oh. Speaking of whom...
There you are, you filthy crook! You... What? You're drunk. Get out of here before I kill you. Think you scare me? Not anymore. Grave mistake.
Liam, what are you doing here? I told you I'd take care of it.
Yeah, so this is meant to introduce the concept of a critical character, as well as getting a drop on enemies. Alright, so let's...
Tiresome.
Fog Cloud. Oh, I haven't got a chance to choose which spells that she has prepared yet. Alright. Ooh, got a critical hit. Alright, close distance though to help Liam out here. Yeah. Natural 1. Oh, he does have a weapon. I thought he just punched him. Another natural 20. Some of these are definitely scripted though. Hey, we're finally getting somewhere.
Here to see Lord Caer.
Well, we're not here to drink ourselves to death.
Well, thank you for making that clear. Well, if you're here for Lord Caer of the Legacy Council, that would be me.
Lord Caeron's kind of like our liaison with the council.
So you're not a mythical creature after all.
Unlike, say, a sober adventurer.
Might we ask a bit more about this quest of yours, sir, if you please?
Well, I suppose it's better if you know what you're doing. What do you want to know?
Alright, I'm going to go through these again just for your sake. I understand all of them, but...
What can you tell us about this place, the Principality?
We don't exactly have the time. Anyway, the Principality is
I love that response. We don't have exactly have the time. But anyway...
a wealthy state with fertile lands and the easiest access to the Badlands through a path called the Copperhead Road. We're in the capital, Caer Lem, which was once part of the ancient Manicalan Empire of the High Elves.
A lot of the names in this place have lots of Celtic origins, like Caer Lem and
While we don't
some of the other
have
ones.
state religion, all of the major faiths of Solasta are represented here, though We tend to favor Einar, the god of valor and fidelity. Are we going to work for you? Not exactly, no. I'll be your contact with the Legacy Council, which you will serve as deputies. That's why we need to go there and get you sworn in.
It's a very short process, don't worry.
We hear this is a mission for the council, but what is it exactly?
Dear Moraine, you don't know? I'll try to make it simple. But you know, politics. The council includes representatives of the most powerful and influential organizations in the Eastern Kingdoms. It was created
We will get to know most of them.
to explore the Badlands.
I think we know enough now. Thank you. We should go, don't you think?
Very well. Come, gather your things. You're late for your swearing in.
I, for one, am very curious to see the inside of that council room.
Yes. Also, we need to take long rests to level up in this game, which means you can't just level up in the middle of a fight, which is something I always prefer in my RPGs. I don't like it when that happens. It only makes sense that you can level up and pick new spells and skills and stuff when you're not in the middle of a life or death experience. It also keeps you from regaining all your hit points, usually. Alright. So we're in Caer Lem. We're going to be exploring that a little bit later. There are some stores here, like Hugo's and Gorham's. We're going to get to know all of these characters over the course of the game. But we have to go see to our oath first. It is. So we're going to be in this area quite a bit. And as he said, the Legacy Council is basically whom we're going to be employed by. And we are going to get to know them and their members quite well. But we have to advance the story a little bit. All right, there's Lord Karen.
Look at the size of this council hall.
So this is what they spend our taxes on. Look, is that the princess? Wait, is she leaving? Apparently so. Then who will administer the oath? There's an oath keeper for that, I think.
You thought it would be the princess?
Doesn't she lead the council?
No. In this chamber, she's just another delegate. Lady Keene, the council's oath keeper, is trusted by all.
Lord Karen,
Yes, my lady.
are these your new deputies?
They are, my lady.
I don't want to spoil anything, but there's going to be some information we get later on
I will be
that
administering your vows.
is going to make it very difficult to know who to trust on this council.
Authority of the council wherever you go. Your every action will reflect upon the council's reputation. Remember that. Always. Now, please, raise your right hands. Do you, each and all, solemnly swear your lives and allegiance to this council and promise to carry forth our mission to protect our alliance from any who would threaten the common good?
I swear.
Excellent. Lord Karen will enter your name into the council's register. Thank you for your service.
Congratulations, deputies.
Short ceremonies, I like these.
I suppose you imagine something more pompous. No, I don't know. It just feels a bit anticlimactic.
Sorry to disappoint. The mission. As I
I do like Lord Karen, he's got a good personality.
number of outposts to secure the border between the Principality and the Marches. One of them is the former Imperial fortress, Caer Lem.
Caer Lem.
It's held by some 50 troops under the command of Captain Henrik. He sends us weekly status reports, or rather, he used to.
This is our first mission, by the way.
Haven't had a word from him in 3 weeks. Leave
Personally, I'd have sent a response before 3 weeks.
Bring him back. The council wants a first-hand report.
What can you tell us about this Captain Henrik?
A fine officer. More than 15 years in the Principality's army. He inspires trust, loyalty, and courage. Hence the decision to post him there, facing danger.
Wait, these marches, they're not in the Badlands, are they?
The Marches are a no-man's land, between the civilized world and the Badlands. It's outside the chain of mountains that really define the Badlands. We wouldn't send you in there.
Yet.
The whole garrison gone. There are only 4 of us. Just find out what happened. Run back and get scared.
Got it. So we were hoping for a first mission with more riches than risk, if you catch my drift.
You don't get to choose your mission, I'm afraid. So gather what you need and go. Time is of the essence.
Right, I guess that's that. It's on to Caer Lem.
Alright, yeah. Faction relations is a big part of this game. The council is made up of there are 5 council factions represented in Caer Lem. They can sell you equipment, spells, and many other things. Yeah, but we have to improve our relationship with them. But we can't please them all, so we're going to have to play politics a little bit. Yeah. The good news is, in a short period of time, we're able to figure out what they have, and we can pick and choose whom we want to be good friends with to get the best equipment and magical items and stuff and scrolls as we go along. So we all leveled up now after finishing the tutorial section, so we need to go take a long rest. So I'm going to open the map. Yeah. As you can see, the Antiquarians is one of the factions. And let's see. Circle of Danatar is another. And the rest of them are this way. Yeah, Arcanium is another. We are going to basically be meeting all of them at a certain point. We have to complete a few missions first, though. Alright. Yeah. Let's go to the tavern and rest. So we're making good time to the tutorial. I don't know how long I want these videos to be in comparison to my other ones. I'm going to try keep them probably close to the hour mark, I suspect, because a lot of my 2-hour videos can drag a little bit. And the nice thing about this for the first part of this game is I know where some natural stopping points are, so I know where I want to call this video, basically. And I'm going to get us to that point. Based on timing, it's probably going to go over an hour, but let's talk to Carol Martel.
Hello, adventurers. What can I offer you?
We'd like to stay for the night.
Sure. Just walk up to the suite and settle in.
A suite?
Oh, it's more like a large bedroom, really. But you know, this is the capital city.
Alright. So, we've all reached 2nd level. So we get to pick arcane traditions for, well, 2nd subclasses. I'm going to choose Lore Master. These don't translate exactly into Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition ones, but they came up with some interesting ones. So, Lore Master gives advantage on Arcana, History, and Investigation checks against the Keen Mind. I have advantage on copying scrolls in my spellbook. And I can craft scrolls and potions at half the time, and it gives me some higher advantages as we go up. Like extra spell each time you gain a level. And you can add your bonus number of spells you can memorize. Learn 2 additional cantrips. And at level 14, this is the big one, you can gain 1 extra level first, second, third, and fourth level spell slots. In the long run, I think this is the best arcane tradition for wizards in this game. So I'm going to go for that. Alright, and now I need to pick up some spells. I want sleep, so let's get that. And I think Featherfall is going to come in handy. Alright, let's prepare spells. I can take off Detect Magic because it's a ritual. Alright, yeah. Unfortunately, you may remember Aquan's had a slightly higher intelligence than my current wizard does, but I can fix that as we go up levels. So you can only prepare 5 spells to start with. Alright, let's level up Aoi now. So she gets Wild Shape, which is kind of fun. Doesn't start off too impressive, but it can get important later on. Alright, so these ones I'm less familiar with. Oh, and the reason this is blank is because I do not own all the DLCs yet. I probably am going to pick them up at some point. I've been meaning to, but I haven't yet. But, well, there's extra adventures we can do in this, so if this proves to be a popular series, I might do that, or if I just want to. Circle of the Land is the only one I know of from the actual game. You learn a bonus cantrip. And you get Natural Recovery. And Circle spells starting at level 3. Circle of Kindred Spirits. That's interesting. Alright, let's look at this one at higher levels. I think I like this. I'm going to go with that. I think I'm going to go with the Circle of Kindred Spirits. Claw, attack, bite. Okay, let's look at the wolf. Movement of 8. That's quite quick. 1d6 plus 3. Okay, that's not bad. Alright, well, hang on. The eagle can fly, presumably. Spirit spider. The druid presumably has a poison. Yeah. I like the idea of a druid with a magical wolf, so let's go with that. And believe it or not, I'm going to take Annoying Bee because it is surprisingly useful. Yeah. Alright, and more importantly, let's prepare her spells because... Did she not get... Oh, that's weird. So Goodberry is very, very, very useful in this game because it can basically take care of your food needs. Long Strider is useless, so let's replace that with Animal Friendship. I don't usually like having both Cure Wounds and Healing Word, especially not when I have another Cleric to heal with, so... Yeah, let's take that off. Zaya is a Sun Cleric, so I guess that Thunder Wave... Thunder Wave is a good kind of close-range combat spell. Yeah, that's fine. Right. So Zaya doesn't have a subclass to pick this one because she picks hers at first. Yeah. She doesn't get much at second level. Alright, but let's pick spells. So as a Sun Domain Cleric, she gets Burning Hands and Fairy Fire for free. Let's get Guiding Bolt because it's a good long range. Better than Inflict Wounds. So not damage-wise, but range is very good. Now, I cannot have her use her shield and cast spells, so Shield of Fate actually is useful. I think I prefer Blessed to Bane. Yeah, those are good. Alright, last but not least, let's level up Julius, who's going to get a lot of hit points. And gets Action Surge, and doesn't get his subclass until 3rd level, so... That's good, alright. Yeah, so now we need to provision ourselves for our journey. Which is important, because that means I can fix Aoi's issues with her spell components. we're gonna get to crafting, don't worry. It's very simple.
Hello. How may I help you?
What do you sell here?
Mostly potions for heroic adventurers like yourselves. I also have recipes for customers who like to craft their own. And ingredients, too. Even rare flowers from the Badlands. Come back anytime. I'm almost always open.
He's basically always open. Alright. So... Alright, first things first. I need to get Ellie a better component pouch or a spell focus. Yeah, belt component pouch is fine. Yes, these component pouches take up slots, as you'll see. But I think this one's fine. Alright, need to buy that. Don't need those or those. So sell those. Here are those. Oh, right. They're not interested in buying everything, unfortunately. That should be fine. Don't want to waste too much money because we don't have a lot to start with. But as you can see, he has a lot of good stuff. Close. Alright, let's yeah, so as you can see, the scroll from Magic Missile. That's the requirements I need. I just need to make the check. I read through these very quickly so we can get the recipes and we don't have to worry about, well, them taking up space in our inventory. Alright. Ah, now it is blocking something. It's going to be so hard to find it. I'll do the crafting later. Alright. So, next we need to talk to Gorham Iron Soot, who is a general, basically the general store.
Welcome to Gorham's Emporium. Are you Gorham? That's me, the one and only. What do you have to sell? Everything you'll need for going out there into the Badlands. Food, ropes, torches, and of course, I also have some other stock like remedies, and that can come in handy.
Alright, so Gorham is basically the general store, so for lots of non-magical stuff, though she still sells potions. And food, which is going to be very important for our journey. Alright, I'm going to make sure that everyone's carrying at least... Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of these torches because I don't really need them. Again, no one wants to buy them. Yeah, we can't afford like plate armor, unfortunately, yet. Right. Yeah, so that is the provisions we need. But we're gonna have one more conversation before we head out
Deputies?
with Annie here.
If you please. So famous already, I love it. You were in there too. Are you a member of the council? I'm Annie Bagmorder, quartermaster of the Scavengers Guild. We don't have a seat in there, but they all know exploring the Badlands without us would be a bad idea. That's why you should stop by our headquarters downtown. You'll need our services, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Is that compulsory? No. But you'll find our services useful. Everyone does. Did Lord Karen not tell you? No. He pretty much stuck to giving orders. Oh, right. Anyway, we offer plenty of help and advice to beginners like you. We are grown-ups, you know. At least most of us are. Of course you are. Well, good luck.
Anyway.
Inviting beggars to the council? How peculiar. I'd rather visit the temple, honestly. The scavengers. They've seen so much already. The first explorers of the ancient empire.
So, what do you think? Should we check out their headquarters?
It's not far, but I've had enough talking. Let's go kill some monsters.
We're getting to that.
To be done. We can't afford not to.
Yes. I like the little party banter. Or in this game. I'm sure I'm going to get comments like saying, well, the party banter is good in Baldur's Gate 3 too. Yeah, well, the game has other issues that this game sidesteps neatly. Like throwing gnolls at you at level 1 that can instant kill you.
So, what exactly do you have?
With 3 ranged attacks. What were they thinking?
Don't know.
I have no clue who at Larian Studios was in charge of those encounters, but...
What kind of help do you offer to people like us? Simple. Now, people like you typically carry out missions for the council.
Those chests there are also ours.
Even in the Badlands. Sometimes far away, like Captain Merrin.
Who's Captain Tavern?
It really must be new. She's one of yours. Senior deputy of the council. Anyway, you trek out to some old ruin in the Badlands, kill a bunch of orcs. Well, you're still a bit green, so let's say goblins. Ouch, you're hurting our feelings. Orcs will hurt much more than your feelings, believe me. And stop interrupting, it's rude. So let's say you find yourself with a whole load of rusty swords, leather armor, shields, too much for you to lug back here.
Oh, so we're puny as well as green.
Thanks so much. So instead, you brave heroes just clear the place of monsters and draw us a nice clean map. Then we take our carts and pick up every piece of junk. Bring it back, we sell it, and we split the profits with you.
This means we don't have to lug everything back ourselves, which is very handy.
Everybody wins.
For a percentage, of course.
What? You could never carry it all anyway. Not in your little backpacks.
Well, thank you. I guess that's it for us.
Fine. Feel free to visit us anytime. Or drop into any scavenger camp.
Are there others?
Anywhere we can settle. By the way, if you find Captain Henrik, tell him we're still interested.
In what?
In getting our people to Caer Lem, the outpost is perfect for us. Close to the Badlands, with plenty of space for our camp.
Right. We'll tell him if we find him.
That would be appreciated. The more you do for us, the more we do for you.
Oh, so this business relationship can get better.
And I hope it will, friend.
I guess we'll see you around then.
Sure. Good luck out there. And don't forget, in the Badlands, always keep your eyes open.
Alright. That was the last conversation we needed to have before we set out. But it was an important one. I just wanted to read these. I didn't actually... Alright, so this is the party's stash. Store that. Store that. Store all these unnecessary light sources that we are never going to use. Yeah, we don't need commoner's clothing either. Like, seriously, 15 torches. There. That lightens our load considerably. I think this one's locked. Yeah. Alright then. Now we're nearing the hour mark, but I don't want to end on that, so I guess we'll go a bit longer. I do actually want us to start this game today, not just do all the basic tutorial stuff. Which is done now, I promise. Alright. One things first, I just want to... I'm just going to save. There we go. And now let's head out. Oh, wait, 1 second. Before I do that, I just want to make sure... I thought I forgot that. Alright, yeah. Belt component pouch needs to be equipped. Alright, yeah. We're all fine now. Alright. Let's set out. The start of our adventure. Alright, so this is the travel map. We need to set a travel pace into our destination. And we can do a bunch of other tutorial settings. We need to keep track of food. We have 12 units. And we have a druid. So, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Alright, so we want to go to Caer Lem Outpost. So we can set a travel pace, normal, fast, or slow. I always recommend going with normal. Shows us how many long rests we're going to go. Yeah, and we're going 60 miles. This is kind of a spoiler, that it's probably not in the best of shape. Then again, they have been out of contact for 3 weeks. Let's start our journey. No more than 8 hours a day and lose enough time to eat, sleeping, and other activities such as craft. Yeah. As you can see, we can also... Yeah, we can see the fatigue stuff down here. And food. As you can see, I just found some food. Down some ingredients. Set up camp. Alright, now this is a scripted encounter, I'm pretty sure, because this always happens. So this is meant to show what surprising combat is like, so let's get started. Alright. Yeah, basically every single encounter in this little... Yep, yeah. This is basically the end of the tutorial section right here. Alright, yeah, we're surprised, so we can't really do anything. We all got to go at once, that's nice. But they have to cover a distance. And most of them just have swords. This guy's kind of a bigger problem. Yeah, so they're going to be dashing to get close to us, basically. Alright, round 2, now that we can actually do stuff. Attack!
No quarter given.
Alright, now, technically I can... Can I not move there? No, I guess there's no space. I could action surge, because we're going to finish a long rest after this, but it's a bit early. So let's just wait for a second. Alright. Zaya, I want you to cast Shield of Faith on yourself. Alright. Do you have anything else? Yeah, you can cast a cantrip. So let's cast Sacred Flame on this bandit who is half dead. Failed, but it lived. Oh, no, it didn't. Good. Good. Circle around this guy without leaving his melee range, so we don't have to worry about an attack opportunity. One down. Alright. Speaking of defensive spells... start with Mage Armor. And let's move actually over here to get some cover out of the way. And I do have a bonus action spell. Well, Sparkle. It's not very good. Alright. Let's go over here and let's use your Shillelagh cantrip. Attack this guy. Oh, that was a palpable hit. We're off to a good start. Nicely dodged, Zaya. Yep. Alright. I don't think there's flanking in this game, but I'm going to flank anyway. It's an optional rule in the player's handbook. Alright, this guy does the most damage, so he's a good time to use this is a good time to use Action Surge and try and take him out. Yes! Critical hit help too. Move over here. Let's just throw another Sacred Flame. Alright, let's speed this up with Magic Missile. This fight's almost done. Did she not get Annoying Bee? Actually, no, I want to try this wolf out. You can. You have a lot of hit points. Alright. Let's give this wolf a try. Good. We won. I think that wolf is going to come in very handy. A summoned creature early. So she made a survival check there, which is going to add information to our bestiary. Which I can't really bring up at the moment because this is... Alright, I'm just going to move this again. Oh wait, it's our journal. So, this is the bestiary. Give us some basic information. So, these are the basic information on bandits. Let's see. Our knowledge level is currently at 2. So, we have some basic information like their armor class and hit points, but we don't know some of their other things they can do. And there are other creatures here. Yeah. And this will be expanded as we go through the game. Alright. Let's complete our short rest. I think that Spirit Wolf is going to come in very handy. I think I picked a good subclass. Which is good, because the only real way to change that is to start over, and I don't want to. So we start our rest. Yeah, we can interrupt tribal time. Oh, the wolf stuck around. As you can see, we're generating a fair bit of food ourselves, so Goodberry may not be needed in the long run, but Yeah, we have to pick what dice we use, by the way. That's just in the options menu. So, welcome to Caer Lem, or more accurately, what is left of it.
So that's Caer Lem. We're almost there. It's just up the hill. It's a little too quiet, don't you think?
We're in the marches, so quiet can't be trusted.
Quite so. We must be on our guard.
Yes, so... Oh, the wolf is sticking around. How long does this thing stay summoned for? I've never had this class feature, so it's going to take some time to get used to it. Alright. Let's do some preparatory stuff like mage armor. Unfortunately for Zaya, Shield of Fate does not have a very long duration. Alright, let's go stealth mode. Alright, so we need to find out what happened here. Why has everyone lost contact? Why does this place look like it's been attacked? Ah, well. Some goblins. Not usually the sort of creatures that attack a fortified outpost. Alright. Yeah, it's spacebar to pause. Alright. Let's see if we can get surprise on them. Alright, let's see. Ray of Frost should reach that far. Alright. So we start battle, but we started off on our own terms. Yeah. And we've taken some cover here. Ooh, we killed it! Alright, and because Nashi was the one who started combat, he starts off at the top with and because we killed the target, we stayed hidden. Alright, end the turn there. Alright, these red squares are spots where these other goblins can see us. I'm gonna try and avoid that and stay hidden as long as possible. Take a few of them out. Send the wolf in, I guess. Alright. Can't see from there, I guess. No. Yeah, I cannot see that target. Alright. Fortunately, there was. Alright. Let's go to ready. Ready, Sacred Flame. Here's something we definitely should not be able to do. He's going to dash while sneaking. Let's get our fighter up front. Alright. No, let's keep him hidden for the moment. Let's play this tactically. Oh, he was spotted anyway. However, Zaya gets to cast her spell now. Alright. Took some damage. Yeah, I think we've all been spotted now. That's fine. Stealth doesn't last very long in combat, usually. Unless you're a rogue. Ow! Actually, might hit me. I will cast shield on this one. Alright. Alright, let's start off with casting a healing word. Healed exactly what we needed. Alright. And let's throw a produce flame at this goblin. How did... Oh, critical hit. How did she do 15 points of damage with that cantrip? Oh, the wolf is still hidden. Alright, I want you to dash. Yeah. I want you to get as close as possible.
You'll need to do better than that.
No, it's... No! Oh, I didn't see that one there. That's fine. The summoned creature can charge. Alright. Only one spell slot left. I'll have to use Arcane Recovery after this. Miss! Alright, so she moves here, she can see the goblin up top. Alright. Yeah, let's throw another Sacred Flame in here. Low level Dungeons and Dragons, lots of cantrips get used. Attack through the wooden barricade! Not using action surge just yet, not on goblins. Alright. I guess I have to... Ooh.
You've endured worse.
Yeah, unfortunately that spell does not have great range. Alright, let's give some cover then. Alright. Alright, so... Yeah. There we go. Move in and out of cover. There's a classic strategy. Alright. Cast Sacred Flame. Let's try and finish off this last goblin up here that's annoying us. Alright. And enter. Alright. Let's have you dash to get right up there. And I'm saving the action surge for disengaging. At least that means they cannot attack. Then the wolf after that. Oh, no, they can? They must have cunning action, I guess. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, so I guess she didn't get an extra cantrip. Oh, she will at some point. That's fine. Critical miss. Alright, we need to get closer now. They're well out of range. Yeah, I can't see either of them. Alright. Just dash. The fog cloud isn't going to be much use now, but at least we got a chance to see it. Julius will run up here.
You'll die like the rest.
When did he get this back? Recharges on short rest. Alright, let's use second wind. We're probably going to be taking a short rest after this fight. Alright, this is an important question. Oh, wait. No. She only has one spell slot left. I have to remember that this is not a Circle of the Land druid who can use natural recovery. Yeah. Spoiler alert. The main issue in this area is not just going to be these goblins. Yes, I agree.
Where did those goblins come from?
Some hole in the mountain, I guess.
Alright, so we're going to take a short rest here. Yeah, so that can use Arcane Recovery. Alright, question, does that heal the wolf up? No, I don't think it did. No, alright. Alright, important question, can we heal the wolf? Yeah. We can. Okay. That is good. We basically have a fifth party member now. Oh, right. Looting the goblins. There we go. Alright. Let's head up here and take a look at the situation. And we're going to stop shortly after this now that we've made it here. Because I think this is going to be a nice stopping point once we get up to the fortress here. As you can see, it's been badly damaged. That's a very cliched line.
There's no one here. Not even corpses. Look. That tower. That's insane. Amazing. Classic Tamarian architecture. I read about that, you know. It just ended up here after the cataclysm. Incredible. Anyway, we have a mission. Let's check the fortifications.
Alright. This seems like a natural stopping point. We've reached our destination, and nothing is what it seems. So we have an investigation to do, and there's a mystery to solve. I have to find out where everyone went. Where are the bodies is a very good question. And who caused this? So, with that, I think we're going to stop here. Alright, there we go. Because I can resume next week because we've been going almost an hour and a half, and this is a good stopping point. I don't want to rush through this game, but I want to enjoy it at a natural pace. I hope you've enjoyed the start of my Let's Play for Solasta. Please remember to like and subscribe, and please join me here again next time as we continue our new group of adventurers' journey through this land, as we find out and discover what is going on here in Caer Lem. And stay tuned for many, 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 many more comparisons between this game and Baldur's Gate 3, and I speak in its favor. Goodbye, everyone.